I would like to extend a heartfelt welcome to you all.
So this is where the story starts. That's me. I was a police officer. Things were going well. I had a good income, nice home. And then this happened. One day out on the beat, this cat really annoyed me, and by mistake I shot it 3 times. It was a mistake, okay? Yeah, later that day, I got fired. And this was the beginning of the end for me. Not before long, I had absolutely no money left. I was homeless, on the street, living in a tent, in rag clothes. It was pretty much rock bottom, people. Anyway, one day I checked my ATM to see what money I had left, and I had 36 cents. Yep, I was stone cold broke. And to add insult to injury, later that night it started raining. My tent was soaking, I was soaking. I had to break into the subway to try to get some shelter. So, when I got down there, I actually met somebody else. And this is where it all begins. I met this guy. Some sort of a businessman. Looks super suave. Looks super rich. Made me angry. I was jealous of this dude. He seemed like he had everything. And he challenged me to a game. He said if I could beat him, he'd give me $100. All I gotta do is get my card on top of his card. I said, you're on. First game. Yeah, I lost. Second game, I lost that too. But the third game, I mustered up as much courage and strength as I could. I was gonna beat this fool. I had it in me, I knew I could do it, and I did it! Yes! Wait, but I owed him $200. Okay, but he left and said if I wanted to win more money, basically to call this number on the wall. There were some weird symbols, I didn't know what it was, but I called the number. Later that night, I was told to meet this guy. But I had no other options and I had nowhere else to go. And that's all I remember. Well, that's all I remember till I woke up here. It was day 1 in Squid Game.
I would like to extend a heartfelt welcome to you all. Everyone here will participate in 6 different games over 6 days.
Green light.
Yeah, so you guys guessed it. It's red light, green light. This was the first game. If I move on red, I'm dead.
Red light. Green light. Red light. Green light. Green light. Red light. Green light. Red light. Green light.
Whew, dude, that was a close one. I made it through day 1, the first game, red light, green light. Man, that was crazy. I got into the game late. I thought I was gonna be killed, but somehow I survived. So we made it back to the area where all of the contestants sleep, and I've gotta be honest, it was absolutely hectic. I went up and realized there were still 101 players left, but the prize money was getting seriously big. So I decided to try and just get some rest for the first night. I knew day 2 was gonna be big.
You have all made it through the first game. Congratulations.
Congratulations? Is this dude for real? I was really starting to not like these guards. I mean, yes, they have cool red outfits, but I don't like them. He just congratulated everyone for not dying and for not murdering them. Yeah, I don't like this guy. Anyway, it was day 2 and it was time to get to the next game. It was Honeycomb. I wasn't really sure what I was in for, so I decided to try and make some friends. These 2 girls looked nice and I was gonna see if I could team with them, but I didn't really get much chance to talk to them. So I got to the next round. Yeah, I basically had to build something and not mess up. Because if you do, well, you guys know what's gonna happen. It's gonna involve this dude and, yeah, me dying. So I had the task of making a house. I have 1 solid piece of honeycomb and I have to carve out a little house. I got started straight away and then realized, hold up, wait a minute, I have no idea what I'm doing, so I had to go and look at the structure. Okay, it seemed pretty simple. It was a simple 9x9 at the bottom and then a kind of a roof, so I've got to get back and start on the roof first. That is the plan. This guard was staring me down a lot, but I had to just focus. So I made a little stairs to get to the top and then I got to work. I smashed out all of the blocks, being careful not to break any of the ones that we needed, well, to be in the final piece. Dude, it was nerve-wracking. I wasn't really sure if I was doing it right, but eventually it started taking shape. I think I was going okay. I was holding my nerve. Well, I think I was. At this point, I got kind of stuck. I thought I was finished, but I wasn't. I had to go take a look again, and I realized the roof wasn't right. I had to get back once more and make sure everything was correct. This guard was seriously staring me down, and I've got to be honest, I think he really wanted to kill me. My goodness. Okay, I think this is it. Last block. Once I get rid of this, I'm done. I checked with the guard, he took a look around, and eventually he decided it was good enough. He gave me the nod of approval and sent me back. Oh my days, I survived. I made it. I didn't get murdered. Oh bro, that was absolutely epic. Yeah, it was epic until these guys came out.
Attention participants. Remember, there are limited rules to our game. Once lights go out, it is no holds barred. You are trying to survive the longest, and with fewer players in your way, you have a greater chance of winning. Remember that, and good night. See you tomorrow for Game 3.
Okay, this was not good. Lights have just gone out, and that dude basically told everyone that we can kill each other. This was gonna be a long night. This is like a new game in itself. I had to survive. I think the best port of call was to just hide. Although I tried to punch that guy, I regretted it, and I just kind of hid underneath all the beds. Things were going okay because, I wasn't dead, and that is literally the only thing that I have to do. Stay alive. I did come across a few people, but thankfully they didn't attack, and all these guys in the corner seemed like they were pretty good people, so I survived the night. But it looks as if there was a few that didn't. There are only 71 players remaining. This is absolutely crazy. So, I think it's time for Game 3. Yeah, so it was time for Game 3, and I've got to be honest, I was not looking forward to this one. I have kind of rode my luck a little bit, and yeah, a PvP game does not suit me. I'm super bad at these, but this was Bridge, and I did have a good team, so we were able to clutch up and get the victory. Here's me scoring a goal thing. I don't know how I got across without being killed, but eventually my team got an unattainable lead, and we were victorious. We made it through day 3, and oh my days was I absolutely delighted. I don't know how I got a good team, but I did, but check this out. We were down to 40 players. Things were getting serious.
Players, welcome to the 4th game. For this game, you will be playing in teams of 2. Please look around and find someone you wish to play with. When 2 people agree to play together, shake hands to show you have become partners.
Yeah, so on day 4, we had to pick a partner, and I was thinking I need to get somebody strong, so I picked this guy. He seemed like, well, he was a strong, good athlete type, so it was a good opportunity for us to get through together. But when we got in, we realized that we were going to be playing against each other. Not good for us at all. Anyway, it was me versus him. Whoever got out of this room with the 20 marbles, well, would not be dead. We basically came up with a game. See how far you could throw the marble without hitting the wall on the other side. Whoever threw it the furthest got to keep the other's marbles. So we start playing. And I won the first round. He won the second round. It was stalemate. We still both had 10 marbles each. But then I kind of went on a little bit of a winning spree. I just kept on winning and winning, and after a while I had most of the marbles. I think I had 17. It was going super well, but I did feel sorry for this guy. It was getting close to the end, and I, well, got a little bit carried away, and I ended up losing. So it was back to 16-4. Then he threw, I went again. It was back to 17-3. And then I won 2 in a row. I actually did it. I beat him. I had the 20 marbles, and he had none. His last throw was pretty weak, and, well, I knew I was able to beat it, so I just did. I felt bad because, well, I knew what it meant for him. He was not gonna be going back. So the guard came in, I showed him the 20 marbles, and I left. And yeah, what happened next? I mean, you guys get it. You know what happened. Oh, dude, this is a tough game, but I was true. It was time to get ready for day 5. There were only 20 players remaining.
Hello, players. Let me welcome you all to the 5th game. The 5th game is Glass Stepping Stones.
Glass stepping stones. Yep, this is the one that I was dreading the most.
One will be tempered glass, and the other will be normal glass.
Okay, so this one was absolutely crazy. That guy was number 1. Yeah, I know he looks like banana, but he was supposed to go first. And we all just stood there for like 3 minutes. Nobody went and I made the first move. Thankfully, I didn't die. I guessed correctly, and then other people started to go. Yeah, this number 9 girl, she got super brave and, yeah, a little bit too brave. She was the first one to go out of the game forever, and any other game ever. Okay, yeah, so people started to go, I start getting brave, I start jumping out too. Well, I knew which ones were not gonna break, so I wasn't that brave, but eventually I got out the furthest and I was like, nope. Oh my goodness, I don't want to do this anymore. So I came back again, and then they just start falling, one by one. It was absolutely terrifying. More and more people went out onto the glass blocks. Oh man, this was super scary. I didn't know what to do. I didn't want to be the one to go for it in case the glass broke. I'd be dead, out of the game. So I kind of just waited it out. And eventually, after a while, somebody actually got brave enough. And they went for it. This kid number 8, straight out. He only had 2 more to go. It was insane. And next thing, Banana went. He was down, but the turtle got across. He showed the path. Oh my days, it was insane. And just like that, we were into the final dinner. The final dinner? What is this nonsense? Next thing I know, we're in a room. I mean, there's dinner laid out, but there's still like 8 contestants remaining. The lights went off. They came back on again. We had knives. It was insane. Basically, I think this was just a fight to the death. The lights kept on going off. I was just hiding. I wasn't even fighting. Somebody hit me a strike, but I just kept on hiding. And the next thing you know, the lights went off. Next time they came back on, I was sitting at the final table. It was me and only 2 other contestants. Okay, I don't know how I managed this, but I'm happy I did. There's only 3 of us left. And I've got to be honest, it was the most awkward situation of my life. The guard went around and gave us some steak. We still had the knives in our inventory and, well, the 3 of us were just staring at each other, looking at each other, knowing that only one of us was going to get out of this. It was super weird, but after a while I made the first move and took the food. I was super hungry. And then it was just another little bit of a stalemate because we weren't really sure what to do. We didn't know if we could attack each other. Or were we going to attack each other? Who was going to attack who? Were we just going to get some rest? Were the 3 of us going to make the final? It was so strange. I looked over at the other 2 contestants and I basically said I can't fall asleep. It's too risky. I mean, one of them could try attack me. And then it happened. One of the guys fell asleep. And this is when he made his move. The other contestant went straight over with the knife, passing me. I couldn't believe it. I looked over. And the next thing you know, there was only 2 of us. Number 92 took the other contestant out. It was only 2 of us left. The guard came over and told us that we had made the final day, day 6. I could not believe it. I have no idea once again how I survived this long, but it was going to be me and this dude in the final. It was absolutely terrifying. I mean, the guards were all still there. I looked up at the prize money. It was huge. Only 2 of us left. Oh, bro. I am absolutely terrified right now.
Congratulations, contestants. You 2 are the only ones who remain and will partake in Game 6, Squid Game.
Okay, so this was it. It was day 6, time for the final game. There was only 2 of us that remained, me and number 92. We got to the court. This was Squid Game. Honestly, I had no idea how to play it. I got quick instructions from the guards and basically I had to hop around this line and make sure I made it through that little section. 92 was just standing there. I think he was pretty much terrified, but I pushed him back and I got through. I think now it was time to battle. If I was going to make it to the end, it was going to be either him or me. It was a fight to the death. I couldn't believe it. I got off some nice strikes, but he got me too. It was super even, but I was able to push him back. And then I got off 2 shots in a row and he went down. I was winning. I was about to win. The guards prompted me. All I had to do was finish him, and I would be the victor. I would have all the money and I would get out of here. The rain started to pour. He looked into my eyes, and I couldn't do it. I just couldn't finish him. I threw down my knife, and I turned my back. But turns out he did the job for me. It was over. He was gone and I won. I won Squid Game. I couldn't believe it. I was the last one remaining. Over 200 contestants started, and it was just me. The guards celebrated, but I've got to be honest, I didn't feel like celebrating. Yes, I was still alive, and yes, I was one of the richest men on the planet right now, but it was all so much. It was crazy. Next thing I know, I started to get hazy. The guard came closer, and then it all went black. I had no idea where I was until I woke up back in the same place. I thought it was all a dream. It was crazy, but I checked my bank balance. I had over $45.6 million. I was rich!